Let's go to the primary balance. The narrative that Mr. Mahama, the president, created of a criminally managed economy was what the finance minister had to confirm. And in doing so, if you look at the computation of the expenditure side of the 2024-2025 budget, this item, which they included in the 2024 budget of unreleased claims of 49 billion, which then changed the primary balance component and also the overall balance, is not applied in the 2025 budget.
How do you mean?
See, they put a line item in the 20. If Annie can pull it up, I think it's appendix 3A.
Yes, I've seen that.
Of the 2024 budget.
Yes.
There's a line item there. Beyond these two components, and if you permit me, a mischief, clearance of arrears and payables build up. They put a third item there in the 2024 budget. Unreleased claims of 49 billion. Now, if they had done the audit, they would have realized that those claims, some of them have been paid. But the finance minister himself admitted on the floor that they are yet to complete all their audit. Now, if you pay some of that claim, there will still be an outstanding that will be carried forward to the 2025 and create a line there for unreleased claims.
Okay.
They took it out because that unreleased claim component, the document, I'm not speaking out of 10. It's right there in the document. Look, Annie, pull appendix 3A and put the comparative there. No, hold on. Please, will you allow me?
No, so just,
you know what?
I want that just clarity.
No, I get it.
I don't want any clarity.
Otherwise, he might lose his trend of thought. So just note it down. So that when it's done, you can explain. Yeah.
Budget, they took it out. Because if you apply the same principle that they applied to create that impression that Akufo-Addo government mismanaged the primary balance, then you would have a situation where in the 2025, applying the same principles, their the computation of the primary balance would be worse than what they project. But that is not part of how the formula that is used in computing the primary balance. But they needed to validate erroneously the reason why. And look, you finance minister, IMF, you're under an IMF program. They've come into your country consistently since 2023. At every time that they do their assessment, they provide a report that tells the health of your economy. You go to Parliament just because you want to validate a certain narrative that you guys want to put out there. You announce to the whole world that your economy is broke. Read Bloomberg of Tuesday and the external bond return. Yet, you say you want to go back to the bond market because you want to play politics. And thankfully today, the finance committee, the NPP side, is going to hold a press conference where all these details will be outlined for the Ghanaian people to see the mischief and the inconsistency in the application of the principles purely to paint the Akufo-Addo government black. Look, it wasn't the perfect government, though. Certainly, Mr. Mahama's government between 2012 and 2016 was not perfect. We had issues. We had real issues that we needed to deal with. So let's be sober. The campaign is over. That's why I didn't want us to go there. Oh. You've won a decisive election. Congratulations. Like I said, we wish you well. Ghana belongs to all of us. So focus on governing. Give credit where credit is due. Put out the data that is consistent with the performance of the previous government. Yes, 54%. We got there. Fact. Nobody can deny it. But were we still at 54% by the time we're exiting?
Okay, so this is the matter in issue. And you talked about the unclaimed payments.
Yes, go down, the expenditure side.
So that's on the expenditure side. We're looking at... okay. So we're still scrolling. Once we get there, I'll get Honorable Issa Atta to explain the bit about the unclaimed... unclaimed payments. But yes, whilst we're scrolling to get there,
to situate in context,
in this
you
context,
ought to go to the 2024 one, where
that's
the
expenditure
list
side. So that's total expenditure.
clearance of arrears, payables build up, of which percentage change in build up reported in gift base, and of which unrelated claims. And go to the 2025 one, you see that this formula is not applied.
Okay, so Honorable, no, first let's deal with the 2025 one, because we want to get the part to the part that you
yes,
said.
so go up. Primary balance.
Under primary balance?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, overall balance, both commitment and then the discrepancy, percentage of GDP. So under primary...
Clearance of arrears. Yes, go down.
So please go up a bit.
Go down, you're almost there.
Yes. Keep going, please. I see primary balance below. Please keep going.
Yes. Of which clearance of arrears, of which payables build up.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And go to the 2024 one.
Okay.
You see here, there's no unreleased claims.
Yes.
It's not there.
Yes. It's not here.
There.
I don't see it there.
Go to the 2024 one.
It's there.
They put it there in the reporting. That's how come the computation of the primary balance is deficit under as of end of 2024.
Okay.
Purely deceptive.
Okay. So you're asking why the same
unreleased claims
was not added in 2025 budget.
Why did they not apply it under the 2025? Because if they did,
okay,
the outcome will be this.
It will produce a different figure, definitely.
The primary balance would have been negative 5.7. Oh, that's the overall balance. And the primary balance would have been negative 1.1.
You see,
how do you explain? How do you explain this?
Can I finish?
Okay.
Please, let me have my turn.
All right.
Let me finish. The show is not over.
Yes, please land.
Pull the 2024 one and let's do the comparison.
Okay.
Now. Yeah, now.
So we'll get the 2024 budget. We'll get it.
And so all I'm saying is this, that the devil is in the detail.
Yes. You earlier talked about the unclaimed payments, which is a big issue, big deal, and a lack of consistency compared to the 2024 budget. Now we've pulled out the 2024 budget. So if you go still on the primary balance, Annie, good. So Annie will get to the primary balance bit. We want to quickly check this and see whether it validates or confirms. Yeah, that's the 2024.
2025.
Then 2024. We looked at the 2025 already.
So the 2024 end year performance.
Yes.
In the 2025 budget. That's what I'm making
that's the one you're referring to. Okay, good.
So, where you see that the formula that they used for the end year 2024 is different from the end year the beginning 2025 budget that they proposed.
Okay, all right. So
for the end
so we'll get that.
Let me just give you an indication here.
So thanks for the clarification.
No. So now, let me just give a quick indication. Like if it was law, maybe I would have understood him. But this is pure finance. When an end year, he called it unrealized claims. What it simply means is that realized claims simply means payments. They made certificates that was at the doorstep of the Controller General. The finance minister then had given approvals to the Controller to pay those claims. So it is part of commitments. It means the work had been done. So it cannot be repeated in 2025 because
was there certificates of authorization?
So we are talking about two different things. Yes. First, we are investigating the 195 billion Ghana cedis one that started without commencement certificate. Okay. That's different.
Right.
These ones are payments that was due.
Okay.
And the finance minister gave authorization, and it was at the call of the controller. And I'm saying that when you make provisions for unrealized claims in 2024 end year, you cannot repeat it in 2025 because at that time it will be a budget line item for payments. Why should it repeat itself?
Okay.
This is just pure accrual concept. So he spent a lot of time on that point, which is not, it was needless. Look, government idea of the whole saving the banks. You said it is the shareholders that are responsible for managing the banks. If so, why is it the need for central bank to be an oversight institution over those banks? Your intention was to save depositors' funds. After the collapse of those banks, how many years did it take this government to pay those depositors? In fact, the first time they made payment was in July 2020 because we were heading towards election. You collapsed those banks in 2018. You made your first payment in 2020.
You don't know what you are talking about.
Because of election. Up till now, some depositors still have not been paid. The trauma, the financial difficulty you subjected families to. Recently, they were crying that why are we terminating recruitment that was done after December 7th elections? You have that audacity to question a government decision on following due process for recruitment when you terminated and destroyed lives of thousands of Ghanaian young people. After all those things that was done to restructure those banks, what is the non-performing loan ratio as we speak? What is the capital adequacy ratio of those banks? What is the local participation of those? Those are the critical questions you should ask to know if your decision was rational or irrational.